Okay, so I am loose recording today, and that's because this is like right off the cuff, and I realize today that I am alone. If I died right now, it would probably take to tonight somebody discover me, depending on where I'm at. If I'm away from this particular situation, then it probably take weeks before somebody realizes that I'm gone. That's when you know you're all alone. And you have nobody but yourself. You go to work, you do business. But far as your phone ringing, anything going on socially, if you don't have that, I don't have that. That makes me all alone. The awakening part of it is that me realizing that I'm all alone right now. It might be a little selfish thinking, because sometimes I want to be alone. So I paint, I draw, I do music, videos, most of the time alone. I'm seriously trying to figure out, how did I come to this point? And why am I still here? For some people, I can't speak on everybody's behalf. I've seen in history, and the shit that was taught to me in a classroom, I saw that a lot of people like to talk on your behalf. I don't know how the fuck this is possible. That people gather their thoughts together and become a population in a public opinions and shit. And it could destroy, it does destroy more than it builds. I would hope today that I could reach some of that public, free up some of this public opinion shit. Because it's like I have to think about the source of which I became in my thoughts, which we all know that our thoughts affect our decisions every day, all day, in every way. It's the very fabric of music, entertainment. Yeah, we know this. And my thoughts, boy, I can't begin to tell you in the beginning of even having thoughts. more of expressions. That's it, really. More of expressing experiences. It's been a journey where I definitely wish no child on. It makes me even think about the kids that I had. You know, had I really been in their lives, I would definitely hope that I wouldn't have carried the same experience over. And it's a 50-50 chance that probably could have happened. But definitely, I would not wish no child, period, on earth from the experience that most of the experiences that I've had. And I say most in a negative to outweigh the positive, because this is the reason why I'm here today. And I'm speaking to myself. It's almost like therapy. You know, when I do these videos, I'm speaking to myself, entertaining myself. It just happens to be the best platform to create on. No matter what, where, who, shit. I have seen videos on why did they do it. YouTube has been very, 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 very useful for a lot of people, a lot of organizations, a lot of personal ventures, a lot of network companies. They have used YouTube to be creative in their entertainment. Okay, so my goodness, I don't know where to begin. I have no clue. Vaughn, listen, if you're watching this video, okay, let's hope. No, you will overstand. And you have to overstand. Listen, this is all a dream. Okay, this is a dream. I need you to, after listening to this video, wake up. Okay, get your, boy. Okay, first of all, let's keep it real for a minute, creatively. I could have committed suicide because of the neglecting of being alone. Wanting to be alone and not wanting to be alone. I don't know what that is, but it's definitely in me. And I never really wanted to push to be popular. Never had that. That was nothing that was instilled in me. Put it like that. There was nothing that was taught to me to want to be popular. Okay? So, wanting to be popular obviously gets you rich. It makes you wealthy. Not just by finance, but by friendship, resources, anything available on this planet. I don't know anybody who really wants to be popular in a negative light. I think it's some people out there maybe that just likes the thrill of it. But in the end, it's always about happiness. So let's get this understood right now. I, Cedric Von Mims, I am seeking happiness like anybody else. And when happiness is not taught to you, if it's not shown to you, if it's not set by an example of a parent or any parents, then for a child that is not taught that, it's gonna be a miserable ass fucking life ahead. There has to be a feeling, a recognition, a feeling that you can recognize in order to receive it. To what they call a reincarnate or regenerate. You know, people get these epiphanies, and all of a sudden they see who they are, their life, and what they want to do, and their real happiness, and they letting shit go. That's because they've been through an experience before that as a child. If a child is not receiving none of this happiness, laughter, see, that's the number one. Laughter. Cry. You see that? If you keep a child in that state, what does that tell you as a parent? Like it's no if and buts. It's no excuses. Period. Nobody will give me one on child support. There's no excuse. But, and I'm gonna go there every time because it makes sense. You know, a man's first thought is not his own. A boy's first thought is not his own. A child's first thought is not his own. If you want to go back to the beginning and the origin of your life, you're going to have to look at your mama. You're going to have to look at which and where you came from. They claim it all the time. And when things turn out unsatisfactory for mothers, I have learned in this life that they can do what the fuck they want to do and not a fucking care. Like I didn't want to believe it at first. Like in church, you're taught to love, but it ain't really no love, okay? But in education, you're taught to share, okay? And in sports, you're taught to be a friendly opponent. home, nigga, I do mean the word very loosely in a funny way. Nigga, that shit, none of that shit matters when it comes to a woman, a mother, a girl. They say you can't blame your parents for how you turned out. I want to know who came up with that shit. I want them to hit the feed. Because you and your thoughts are not your own. I'm not saying that my thoughts ain't my own, but you can be liberated at some point from a suffering. It has to be a suffering. It can't. A deliberation cannot come from happiness, motherfucker. You already liberated. You happy. Blah. But an awakening has to come from out of a suffering. And when you've suffered so much, thoughts being positive, and you're looking for yourself, and you start falling in love with yourself. And once you start falling in love with yourself, you question a lot of shit because of what you think you deserve. And there's not a human being on this planet that does not deserve a free life. Bottom line, it's a free life. You come in here blank as a fucking slate until the words spoken to you by a woman sets the tone of how you react to everybody else on this motherfucking planet. You do not need psychology for this shit. All you have to do is just pay attention to your mama. How she treats you. How does your mother treat you? This is what sets the tone for how a man treats a woman. If a woman does not teach a man how to treat a woman, then he's gonna go around saying bitch, fuck, goddamn. He's gonna go around sounding rude. It doesn't mean he knows any better. 9 times out of 10, he does not know better because a woman has not embraced him. And it is a woman's job to embrace. Today's society is about women's power. And that's what I'm faced against in this generation, is dealing with a whole bunch of women with attitudes, fucking themselves, fucking each other, and calling it a party. This is what I'm faced with. This is what I have to be faced with when I walk out the door. And it's like, how can you be friends with something that has no interest on becoming free? Just free. Like, can we please get the currency shit out the way and everyone is able to live free? Like, listen, it's funny because The recycling situation is about taking all the junk, so-called junk, and then there's another quote: "Another man's trash is another man's treasure." Okay, so you take all the junk that has accumulated from people, from us, from me, walking in the store and and paying with some type of soul spiritual force taking thing. I don't know. It's a mechanism, some type of mechanism that makes you feel like you're either poor or rich. It's a fucked up mechanism. I don't like it. It is very evil. Okay, the fact that some people can't realize. Okay, what would happen? No, we can't have evil without good. It's like it's a dumb way of thinking. Like when I hear somebody say that shit, it's like, wow. How would you know if you never experienced it? Like, how the fuck would you know? So to say it with so much cavalier, it's like, wow. I want to be friends with these people. That means that you're doing evil and you don't mind doing evil shit, like talking behind people's back and stabbing each other and, just all types of dumb negative shit. Get the fuck out of here. The whole point is to change that. Is to change it. We don't focus on each other's needs. We can't focus on wants unless you focus on the need first. Now we have laws sitting in place, and this shit is like rumor, and it's only driven by the mechanisms that's in place. You go up to a register, or you sign a lease, or you purchase any motherfucking thing, is going to be guided by this law, which is it has gotten so many people killed for no unnecessary reason at all. It started making me questioning the fashion industry. I question the fashion industry. Louis Vuitton and Gucci and all these fashion industries that are so old that they influence the people around me to make decisions to wear this shit, stand in line for this shit, purchase this shit, using the same mechanism. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. But it's like I was saying, it's funny how recycling kicks in, and then when recycling kicks in, you still have people around here that has a poor mental, poor thinking, a poor way of thinking. Is because there's nothing free. I mean, to make any of this shit, this couch, this shirt, it takes a machine or a bunch of people to create any of it. And it goes through a hard process. And the process is so fucking hard. There's nothing in this world, period, in here, this whole fucking world has not been touched by oil, gasoline, petroleum. Nothing in this world has not been touched by that shit that we are using in this world. And it's stolen. It's being stolen. It's being taken to be used as something that could be free at your convenience. Education dumbs us the fuck down to the whole point of we're not thinking about using the resources for each other. It's more of dominating. You always hear motherfuckers talk about Monopoly. Monopoly, this game, board game. Oh my fucking god. This board game is so popular, but it's monopolized so much shit. And then in the man-made law world, there's no such thing as monopoly. Weird shit. But I'm just talking to myself. Just random thoughts in my head while I'm sitting alone, motherless. Let's not forget that part. It's motherless. I'm start rambling thoughts right now and get myself together to go work. And listen, Vaughn. Just listen. I want you to come back and listen to this. Maybe once, maybe twice. Listen to it after you walk out the door. And keep listening. Something wonderful to put you in a place of happiness is going to happen today. You're going to watch this video over again. It's going to be the best goddamn video you probably ever going to make. And you probably just need to let the video shit go too. And start doing some editing. You know, start doing some movie shit. You know? The shit ain't hard at all. It's in your dream. Only thing you have to do is just pay attention. That's it. Cedblaze. I'm out.